Debbie and I here for our Friday roundup, and we want to start by talking about, well, a couple of Republicans who need to be called out. And the first one of them is Mitch McConnell. And Mitch McConnell is being called out. He's being called out by the Alaska Republican Party. You want to talk about this?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I saw this in the news that his leadership PAC, the Senate Leadership Fund, has been running attack ads against Shabaka, right?
So Kelly Shabaka has been on the podcast, and she is the choice of the Republican Party of Alaska. She's the Republican nominee. So think about this. Here's the Senate Majority Leader, Republican, Mitch McConnell, attacking a Republican in Alaska. Why? Because he wants to help Lisa Murkowski hold that seat.
Yes.
Now, Lisa Murkowski is the incumbent, but
yes,
Lisa Murkowski has run afoul of the Alaska Republican Party.
Yes.
They have, they censured her.
They did the same thing to her too.
Well, after she after she voted for Trump's impeachment. And so the Alaska Republican Party, it says here, has passed a 49-8 resolution to tell McConnell to back off. And you know, Kelly Shabaka herself makes a very simple point, which is...
Yeah, so she's like, his intervention in the Alaska race was wasting valuable resources that could go to defeat Democrats in other states. So, but you know what? What you talked about a couple of days ago about McConnell explains it all. McConnell is not really in it for the Republicans, if you think about it. He's really in it for himself and his power. He doesn't care if he's majority leader or minority leader. And all of this behavior makes a whole lot of sense when you get that.
Well, think for a moment about why that might be. It may seem strange to say, why would he not care if he's majority leader or minority leader, as long as he's leader? Well, the answer is the pay is the same. The benefits are the same. The Secret Service protection is the same. The perks are the same. You don't have a smaller office. And you're still the boss of your team. So McConnell would rather be minority leader than be in the Senate, but not the leader. So conserving his own power is primary for him. And this is really the kind of leader we don't need. At least we don't need long term. Again, not to say that McConnell hasn't done some good things. He's been a pretty effective blocker for the Republicans. But this is very bad on his part, in my opinion.
I think, and he's approaching that age where he may need to think about maybe the sunset years and his grandchildren.
Well, I think he needs to be shown the door. I don't think he's going to think about it. He should think about it. But I think power is so intoxicating. It's such an, it's such...
aphrodisiac, right?
It is.
It's for these people.
Another guy who does need to be chastised is Karl Rove. And you want to talk about Rove?
Yeah, so he is supporting Shapiro in Pennsylvania over the GOP opponent. And so his American Crossroads PAC is, it's basically...
Well, I mean, the PAC is running ads, and the ads are pro-Oz and anti-Fetterman. So in the Senate race, they're taking the Republican side. But they're critiquing Fetterman by contrasting Fetterman's weak on crime record with Josh Shapiro, who's running for governor against the Republican Mastriano. And Rove seems to be saying in the ad, I mean, this is something that would be a reasonable implication of the ad, is vote for Shapiro for governor.
Because he's not like other Democrats.
Right. And that's right. He's a good Democrat.
He's a good Democrat.
So vote for Shapiro for governor, not Mastriano, and then vote for Oz. But what's bad about this is that, what's going on with Rove here is that Rove, of course, is a Bush guy. He doesn't like Mastriano because Mastriano is a major Trumpster. Mm-hmm. And so Rove is simultaneously fighting across the political aisle against Fetterman, a Democrat, while at the same time conducting an internecine war in favor of, you can call it, Bush Republicans and against Trump Republicans. So this is another... Now, Democrats don't do this kind of thing. I realize they have a progressive faction and so on in the Democratic Party, but did you notice recently that the progressive faction came out against the Ukraine war? They said we should do a negotiated settlement, and within one day, they backed down. Within one day, they were like, oh, no, this press release was mistakenly released. One of our staffers put it out there. It wasn't properly authorized. So the Biden people, in other words, were able to clamp down and get complete unity on their side on this issue. Republicans have got to realize that we're up against a very ruthless adversary. You're constantly telling me about how they play a different game. They have a different psychology. It's warfare for them. For us, it's like debate night.
Yeah. No, I mean, and I don't know if Karl Rove or Liz Cheney or any of these people actually understand and realize that not supporting our own is, in essence, supporting the enemy. I mean, do they not see that? I think that it's pretty obvious, but,
I mean, Liz Cheney, I think, has, quite honestly, I say reluctantly become the enemy.
They all have that derangement syndrome against Trump. I mean, that's the key right there, I think.
That's what's driving it.
That's what's driving all of them, and they need to quit it. They need to stop. The only way that America is going to continue to be America, or the old America that we love, is by supporting all of our GOP candidates.
I mean, what's ironic about this is that they're always talking about, Liz Cheney's always talking about, make sure you put the country above yourself.
And
make sure you look at the larger objective. And what you're saying is she's not doing it.